Do not wait. Do not wait until the time is right to start seriously improving your business English. If you know that you need to speak better English for your career, but you think that you're too busy, watch this episode. You'll learn 3 life-changing strategies for learning English when your time is very valuable. And these are lessons that I've learned from decades. That sounds really old to say that, but literally like 20 years of experience helping hundreds of clients as a business English neurolanguage coach. All right, let's go. Now, waiting is probably one of the biggest mistakes that I see smart professional people making. They can see and they can feel that their English is holding them back professionally and that it's hurting them a little bit every day. But they say and they think, I'm too busy. I'll start in a few months. I need to think about it. I'm not sure that I have enough time. But here's the thing. Yes, you can fit English into your schedule, but only if you start right now, right away. And you can already see this and feel this at your work. You know that you are ready to speak better English, that you're ready to have more confidence when you're speaking. And you've been feeling this probably for quite a long time. I mean, every time that you can't speak up or speak clearly in your meetings in English, every time that you don't get that job or that opportunity, and every time that you see that English is limiting your potential, your English is constantly reminding you something needs to change. So you know that something needs to change, but this is something that I see way too often. You trick yourself. You tell this story to yourself that, I'm too busy right now. I just need to wait until I have more time. I can't do it. But here's the thing. There is no magical tomorrow when you will be less busy or when you will have more time. I mean, maybe think about the past, 2 years in your life. During that time, was there a time when you were much less busy than you are now? Probably not. And that's probably going to continue into the future. And that means that you're going to continue also feeling frustrated and stuck until I don't know when. And I've seen a lot of people finally change their career reality when they change their English, like really. And this is a change, like a mindset shift, takes 30 seconds and it looks like this. That's it. I have to do something now. I have goals that I care about in my life and in my work. English is stopping me and I'm tired of it and I'm going to do something about it today. And that little 5-second decision to act will save you hundreds of hours because you have decided to make a change. You realize that you're tired of waiting for the right time, which will never come, and you decide, you make that decision that now is the right time. And that is one of the most important time management changes that you can make. For example, one of my big personal goals, that I have my own business English with Christina. And when I was thinking about starting the business, of course, there were I had to learn everything because I wasn't an entrepreneur. I never had a business and to be honest, I didn't know what I was doing. And I could have said to myself, I'm too busy with my job because I was working in a training organization at the time. But I knew that I had this deep goal, which was to create my business to be able to help people like you to have the confidence in their English in a different way, different from other traditional classic language school offers. But also for me personally, I'm American. I live in France, but my family is all in the US. My parents, they are not getting younger. And I know that at some point I will probably need to be able to literally take my business and be able to go back to the US in order to take care of them. And I can't do that if I'm working in a company. And so one of my big goals was, I would say for you, but also for me, to be able to have that freedom and that flexibility. And so I knew that, if I kept telling myself, I don't have time, I'm afraid, I don't know how to do it, then I would never reach this goal of having a business that allows me to go back to the US for a long time the day when I will need to. And so I found the time. It was often nights, it was often weekends, it was, in addition to my regular job, but I knew that I had to start and I had to do it. And that's what I did. You have to think, what is your goal? What is your deep down goal? And then you have to just start working at it. There's never a perfect time to start, but if you make that decision that now is the time that you will start, you will find a way to make it happen. And that is, I would say, probably one of the best time management decisions that most of us make in this business world. It's you decide what matters. You decide what goes on your to-do list. You decide what goals you want to reach, not someone else. I mean, yes, you have the goals that maybe your boss sets for you, but you also have your own goals, and that you can find the time to start working towards those goals. So, I mean, why don't more people do this? Because everyone can do it. Well, because it's different. It's new. It takes work. It's not easy, to be honest. And you have to see yourself in a new way. You have to maybe change your habits, change your schedule. You have to think again about how you spend your time and how you organize yourself. You may have to reorganize your routines, and you may have to have difficult discussions with the important people in your life so that they can support you, because they know how important that is for you. And then you have to hold yourself responsible for working on your English consistently, not just when you have time or when you feel like it, but you have to create your routine, your schedule, something that fits into your day every day. And yes, I know that you have obligations, you have deadlines. It's the same for me, but you can make that decision to spend 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes per day on your English. You don't have to start with your ideal schedule to begin with, but you just have to start. And after you start, then you can optimize, then you can improve. But if you're always saying, now is not the right time, I'll do it later, you're never going to start. And that's why it's important also to not let others dictate your schedule or your to-do list for every moment of your day. Like I said, yes, you have obligations to other people. That's part of life, but you also have to have obligations to yourself. Don't leave it up to chance. You have to show up every day and take these steps one at a time, but maybe it takes years. Hey, that's part of the process. It's not always a fast process, but if you're doing it regularly over time, you are going to get to the place that you want to be. So make sure that the way that you're spending your time today is going to get you to the place that you want to be in the future. You don't want to have regrets later. So, if you have decided that now is the time for you to do something about your English, why don't you join me for a 5-day challenge to make sure that you're making the best of your very valuable time? You'll learn some fast and surprising strategies that will really help you to improve. And if you want to join me for this 5 days of putting your career and your English first, then you can go and sign up for this free 5-day challenge down in the link below the video. And remember, if you don't use it, you lose it. So here's how you can start using what you learned today. In the comments, tell me, what future goal do you have that you can only achieve with better English? Tell me in the comments, share it with me. Let's get a little accountability going, and then I will definitely see you down there in the comments, and then I'll look for you in that 5-day challenge. So like I said, go ahead and sign up to get your invitation to this free 5-day challenge. The link is down below the video, and I am very excited about this. I will see you for that challenge. We're gonna make now the time for your English, for your career, for you, and I'll see you next time.